What's up, YouTube? So thanks for tuning in today. I wanted to talk about a few things before we get the video started. Just hear me out, and the video will be going in about 2 minutes. So I want to talk a little bit about the channel. We have finally got a house. As you can see around me, we bought some land, and it took about 6 months to get a place. The good things, obviously we bought it, and it's pretty much everything we wanted. There is one bad thing, so there's no shop. There's no garage, which is a huge bummer, but we're going to be building a shop, and that will be in another video. The next thing I want to talk about, we are going to be doing some work on our new old tractor, because we bought this place. It's got 10 acres, and we had to buy a used tractor. It's a 1952 Ford 8N, and I didn't know much about tractors whenever I bought it, so I didn't really know what to look for. And now that I've done a whole bunch of stuff and research, I found out that this one actually needed quite a bit of work. So kind of stinks for me, but good for you guys because I get you some content out. That being said, the channel needs to grow, so we need everybody to like and subscribe and share on your social media and do whatever you can. I'll make a deal with you guys. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, we will turbocharge the tractor. That's right, we will turbocharge the tractor. So I found a company that actually has a turbocharger kit that I've already talked to them a little bit about it, and so it's up to you guys. So hit that subscribe button, share on your social media, do whatever you can, get this video out here, get the channel going. Let's do it. So let's get right into the video now. Welcome to the channel, everyone. We got some more content for you. Today we are working on my 1952 Ford 8N tractor. Here she is. She does run and starts pretty easily. So I got a bunch of parts for you guys. So as you can see, lots of oil. It's even sprays over on this arm here, the steering linkage. Lots of movement in it. So this is actually an exhaust manifold and an intake manifold together, and that leaks. I tried to clean it up once, or not clean it up, but seal it, but that manifold itself is actually way rusty, and it's just not even anymore, and it's bad. And as you can see, that wire has actually been laying on the exhaust, so we got wires also. Another thing you guys might find interesting, this is actually a flathead Ford, and the valves are actually in the block. So like I said, it's a 1952, kind of a cool little piece of history, and it's already mowed my land twice now, and I'm just trying to make sure it keeps running. We have winter coming up, so I'd like to do, some snow plowing or whatever with it. So we just gotta keep her up and keep the maintenance up. So it's really bad lighting, but some of the parts we got a fuel filter, distributor cap, valve cover gaskets, oil filter. This is actually called a sediment bowl. It's what pretty much turns on your fuel and turns it off, kind of like a petcock valve on a motorcycle. Wires, intake and exhaust manifold. This is called a governor. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't honestly know if how I'm going to explain it is correct, so if anybody knows or is watching this video and knows and I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. But I believe whenever you are out in the field or pulling on something, it's supposed to bring the RPM up so it keeps it in the spot that is selected. I believe that's how that works. I got some distributor gaskets, some exhaust manifold gasket nuts and washers. I got a thermostat, upper radiator hose, coil, exhaust clamp, radiator cap, thermostat housing gasket. So this box and this box is for my temperature gauge. These didn't come with a temperature gauge from factory, and I actually did overheat it once. I also have air filters. I'll go more into this whenever we get onto it. So yeah, a bunch of parts. We've gotten to this point. They call that the hood. So we've gotten the hood off. My GoPro actually ran out of memory, so that's why that quit. But as you can see, once you get the hood off, I mean, it really opens everything up for you to work on. And so you can see right here, that's where the exhaust was leaking the worst. There's a little bit here. I actually replaced these once, so they definitely were not seating correctly. So if you look on the exhaust manifold, so you see the pitting, and the intake sides aren't bad, it's just the exhaust. That one's pretty bad. So we got a new one, and it will be way better. You can really now see all the oil. I think a lot of it's coming from, these are actually your valve covers, because like I said, your valves are inside the block, and these two are your valve covers. So I'm hoping once I do the valve covers that that will help a lot of this oil leaks. And then here is your governor, obviously your distributor, coil. Yeah. So another cool thing about these, so this doesn't actually have a frame. So if you really pay attention, everything is bolted to the block, transmission, and rear end. So I thought that was a really cool design. Alright guys, well it's getting late and mosquitoes are getting bad, so we took a bunch of parts off and we're going to continue to take off some parts tomorrow, so we'll see you tomorrow. What's up YouTube? So welcome back to day 2 of the Ford 8N build. So we're not going to talk very much, we're just going to get right into it. We're going to keep disassembling. One thing I did want to touch on was I told you I'd let you know about these air filters. So these are like a wire mesh air filter, and they sit in an oil bath. So pretty much air goes through and then goes through the oil, and the concept of it is whenever you're out in the field and you're sucking in a lot of those weeds and like seeds and stuff that come off the weeds, and it will all get caught inside the oil. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for part 2 when we start putting all this stuff back together.